Macmillan Audio presents Breaking Silence by Linda Castillo. Read for you by Kathleen McInerney. These be 3 silent things: the falling snow, the hour before the dawn, the mouth of one just dead. Triad by Adelaide Crapsey. Prologue. The dogs were going to be a problem. He'd driven by the place twice in the last week, headlights off, windows down, looking, listening, planning. He'd heard them barking from their pens. Fucking beagles. He could see the tops of the chain-link kennels from the road, at least a half-dozen of them. The old lady had a whole herd of flea-bitten, barking mutts. But then, that's what dirty old bitches did. Collected dirty animals. Lived like a pig herself. If she thought dogs would keep them from doing what needed to be done, she had something else coming. Something else. The wind had come up in the last hour, hard enough to rattle the tree branches. The cold wasn't a hardship. The wind would help cover any noise. With a little luck, they might even get some rain or snow. Messy with the mud, but messy was good when you didn't want to get caught. He'd killed the headlights a mile back, lowered the window as he rolled past the place one last time. No lights in the house. Dogs were quiet. The moon was a fuzzy globe behind thickening clouds, but then the dark was a plus for the task ahead. He knew what to do, knew the layout of the place, didn't mind working blind. Glancing at his passenger, he nodded. Time to rock and roll. He parked the truck on a dirt turnaround 100 yards from the mouth of the gravel lane. He duct-taped the dome light so there was no telltale glow when he opened the door. Then they were out of the truck, gray-white breaths puffing out, winter silence all around, the click of tree branches in the wind, the hoot of an owl down by the creek. The cornfield had been cut, and the fallen stalks whispered like disobedient children. Standing at the passenger door, he quickly toed off his boots, shoved his feet into knee-high muck boots. Going to need them tonight, and not just for the mud. The leather sheath came next. He strapped it around his hips like a gun belt. On the back seat, the blade of the Bowie knife gleamed like blue ice. It was German-made, the best on the market, with a thick 6-inch blade and an epoxy-coated leather handle. He liked the handle a lot. The texture kept your hand from slipping when the blade got slick. The guard was small, so he couldn't do a lot of jabbing. But the piece was heavy enough to slash and do some serious damage. He'd gotten a free sharpening stone when he'd ordered it 4 years ago. Damn good knife. A thrill ran the length of him when he picked it up. It was a comfortable weapon in his hand. Deadly and beautiful. A piece of art to a connoisseur like him. Dropping it into the leather sheath, he silently closed the door. Then they were across the bar ditch and walking through the cornfield, toward the wire fence on the south side of the property. Nylon hissed against nylon as they walked, but their muck boots were nearly soundless on the cold, wet ground. 20 yards from the livestock pens, he heard the animals milling about. They reached the fence. As they ducked between the bars of a steel pipe gate, a dozen or more sheep began to dart around. With the exception of pigs, most slaughter animals were stupid. But sheep were especially dense, mindless herd animals. Reminded him of his human counterparts. Stupid, trusting, deluded, letting themselves be led to slaughter. Not him. He knew what was going on, and he was tired of having it shoved down his throat. Time to make a stand. Do something about it. They stood in the pen, 10 feet apart. His eyes had adjusted to the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?